Hi, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the difference between bar graphs and histograms. A lot of you probably remember what a bar graph is or what a bar graph looks like and probably can read a bar graph really well. However, you might not have heard of the word histogram, and so I'm going to kind of compare these today and show you how related they are. It's just a new type of graph that you might not have seen before. So, bar graph. Okay, we're going to start here. I put some information, some data in a table for you guys to show you a couple different types of bar graphs you can create with this data. So say we have some families. I have the Smiths, the Mahomes, the Thomases, and the Careys. And over here is the number of TVs in their household. Okay, so the Smiths have 3, the Mahomes have 10, the Thomases have 4, and the Careys have 1 TV. So there are 2 different types of bar graphs we can create. We can create a vertical bar graph or we can create a horizontal bar graph. Either one works. It does not matter which one you use, but I'm going to show you really quickly how to make either one of those. Okay, so if we want to do a vertical bar graph, we go like this. Okay, the numbers go up the side all the way up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And we'll put the label number of TVs right there. All right. On the bottom, we list out the family names. So we have the Smiths. 1, 2, there's 4 families here, so I'm going to keep them spread out here. The Smiths, the Mahomes, the Thomases, and the Careys. All right, so when we have our families listed out like that, we create what we say are bars that to show how many TVs they have. So for the Smiths, we go up to 3 TVs, and we go straight down, and usually we color in the bar, make it really pretty like that. Mahomes, we can go up to 10. And notice how my bars are not touching. They're separated like that. The Thomases go up to 4 like this. And the Careys go up to 1 like that. And then you can quickly look at bar graphs and pick out a lot of information really quickly. So when we're using graphs, the reason why we use them is because this right here is easier to read, and our eye usually is drawn to it first in an article rather than data like this. Okay, so looking at data like this seems to be more intriguing for our brains to look at than this type of data. So this is a vertical bar graph because vertical means up and down. Okay, so we can also make it horizontal. If I made it horizontal, I would just flip it. Okay, my families would go on this side. The Smiths, the Mahomes, the Thomases, and the Careys, like that. And then I would put numbers 1 through 10 down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and we would put the family or the number of TVs. Number of TVs. Okay, like that. And then we would just make our bars going horizontally this time. So the Smiths go out to 3. The Mahomes go out to 10. That is not very pretty, guys. I apologize. Like that. The Thomases go out to 4. And the Careys go to 1. Like that. So this is a horizontal bar graph compared to a vertical bar graph. Either one works. It does not matter. But the thing about a bar graph is it uses words and numbers to compare quantities of quantities of items. Okay, so that is why we use bar graphs. Another example would be like you could do countries down the side, like America or United States of America and Mexico and Canada, and you could do maybe the number of English speakers in each country, and you can look and see how it compares to other countries really quickly. So bar graphs you've seen and used before. You might not have used the horizontal one, but you've probably used the vertical bar graph probably since you were in kindergarten or first grade counting apples or something like that. Red apples versus green apples versus yellow apples. All right, so that's a bar graph. We're going to move on to histogram. Okay, so a histogram is in this category because a histogram looks like a bar graph. Okay, you would probably call it a bar graph if you didn't know what a histogram was. Okay, so a histogram, instead of having individual like families like Smith, Mahomes, Thomas, Carey's, what it has is groups of people. Okay, so for example, let's say age, range, number of people. Okay, so say we have some data of some people that went to the roller skating rink. Okay, some people that went to the roller skating rink. Okay, and I'm going to put their ages in groups over here. Okay, the ages were 1 to 10, 11 to 20 years old, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, 51 to 60, and 61 to 70. Okay, instead of using just random ages of people, we put them in groups of ages. We put them in ages 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, and so on. We put them in groups of 10 with their ages. Okay, these a lot of times are created by you. You get to pick the groupings of how you want to group the people. Okay, so in this example, I just picked doing 10 years in each group. Okay, and then you count how many people are in each one of those groups. So in 1 to 10, maybe there were 22 people. Okay, and 11 to 20, there were 10. 21 to 30, there were only 2. 31 to 40, we're talking about probably these people's parents. Okay, 31 to 40 were probably 30. 41 to 50, another 10. And 51 to 60, let's do 5. And only one person, 61 to 70. Okay, so I take my data, put it in groups. Remember, these groups right here need to be consistent. If I put 10 years in this category, then it needs to be 10 years in this category. And you might be thinking, is that really 10, 1 to 10? Because 10 minus 1 is only 9. But it is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 years of people, okay? So 10 years, 10 years, 10 years. These groups have to be consistent, okay? And you can't skip any groups. You have to list them all out, okay? Now, we're going to make a bar graph using this data, but it's called a histogram because these right here aren't just words. These are groups of people, okay? So if you put people in groups with numbers, it's a histogram, not a bar graph anymore, okay? So again, you can do it vertically or horizontally. I'm going to do it vertically, like this. In this case, I got to go all the way up to 30, so I'm going to count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 28, 30. Okay. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30 people. Number of skaters. because remember we said this was about a roller skating rink. Okay, so at the bottom I'm going to put my age ranges in groups. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups. Okay, so I'm going to break this off in groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and this group is 1 to 10, 2 to 20, or not 2 to 20, my bad, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, 51 to 60, and 61 to 70. And these are the ages of the skaters. Okay, so now I'm just going to make bars that go up, showing the number of skaters in each group. So from ages 1 to 10, we had 22. So I'm going to go all the way up to 22 like this and make a bar. Now on histograms, you actually connect the bars. They're touching, okay, instead of being spaced out. So 1 to 10, I had 22. 11 to 20, I had 10. So up to 10, and I go down and make my bar. Okay, 21 to 30, only 2. 31 to 40, 30. Up to 30, that's my tallest one. Wee. All the way up to 30 and down. Okay, 41 to 50, 10. There's 10. Again. Like that. 51 to 60, I have 5 in between 4 and 6. I make a bar. Maybe that looked a little too high there. Maybe like that. Okay, and 61 to 70, only 1. So I'm barely going up like that and coming down. Okay, so this is a histogram like that. And it shows groups of people and groups of numbers rather than just putting like words down here. Okay, so that's the difference between bar graphs versus histograms, and this kind of helps sort out the data even more, so it's really easy for people to read and understand, and they can answer questions like they could say, what do you think these people were here at the skating rink for? Okay, and to me, by just looking at this graph, it looks like parents, the 31s to 40s, were taking their young kids to skate at maybe a birthday party or something like that. Okay, so that's what I think. Would maybe these parents go skating without their kids? Maybe, but it looks like it's parents and their kids going to the skating rink, the roller skating rink. Okay, so you can kind of make some assumptions or inferences based on the data that you are given. Okay, so that's the difference between a bar graph and a histogram. Hopefully you guys see the difference there, and let me know if you have questions. All right, thanks, bye.